Hi, my name is Nils Ekstrom.
Hello, my name is Ross. I'm from Northern Waters Environmental School.
Hi, my name is Della. I'm an 8th grader at Northern Waters Environmental School.
Hi, I'm Allison Gomanek, and I'm a student of Northern Waters Environmental School.
I'm Nate Wilson, I'm a student at Northern Waters.
My name is Sydney Zweig, and I'm a student at Northern Waters Environmental School.
My name is Cody, and I'm a student from Northern Waters Environmental School.
Hi, my name is Neandre, and I'm a student at Northern Waters.
Hello, I am Mike on URAND.
Hello, my name is Maxwell Okamoto. I'm a second-year student at Northern Waters.
Hello, my name is Lane Stone, and I'm a student at Northern Waters.
My name is Libby Martin. I'm a second-year student from Northern Waters.
Hello, my name is Jackson Davis, and I'm a student from Northern Water.
Hello, my name is Honeyway, and I'm a student from NWES.
Hello, my name is Riley Toline. I am a student of Northern Waters Environmental School.
Hello, I'm a student from Northern Waters Environmental School. My name is Matt Lindquist, second year student from Hayward, Wisconsin.
Hello, my name is Jacquez, and I am a student at Northern Waters Environmental School.
Hello, my name is Louie Koch, and I'm a student of Northern Waters Environmental School.
Hello, my name is Benazi Pat. I'm a second-year student at Northern Waters Environmental Charter School.
Hello, my name is Liliana Harris, and I'm a second-year student at Northern Waters Environmental School.
Hello, my name is Brittany Roberts. I'm the teacher at Northern Waters Environmental School.
I came to Northern Waters from a homeschooling environment, and so I wanted a transition into public school, which I knew I would have to be taking in high school. So I thought better to do this than just dive right into the deep end. Also, I liked the thought of a project-based school where you learn about what you want to learn about, and also an environmental and science-based school because I care a lot about those topics, and I think that they will become increasingly predominant in the coming decades.
I came to Northern Waters. It was a new opportunity. I wanted a challenge in school. Things had always been easy. Ever since I started school in kindergarten, my mom had brought me to a higher level in essentially a preschool, and those first years were so easy that by the years that I had already been to, I was advanced beyond that. So I wanted something more of a challenge, and I thought Northern Waters could bring that.
I wanted to come to Northern Waters because I like being outside, but I do like to learn. I got in because there was an opening and I was on the waiting list, so.
I decided to come to Northern Waters because I like the idea of being outside more and doing more hands-on learning.
I saw a newspaper article thing, and my dad's like, hey, you should join this, so I looked into it, and got to see Miss Roberts, and she explained like Alex math, and you get to do it at your own level, like in regular school, you like stay at the level everyone else is at. I was either ahead or behind and everything. So I'd be at this level and say I was ahead, and I'd go behind because I don't learn anything new. So
Well, my parents thought it'd be a good experience because I like to learn outside, but also because when I was younger, I struggled in public school, and so they started homeschooling me. But as I got older, they also realized that was harder for me because they both started getting full-time jobs, and so they weren't there to teach me. So that was harder. So they put me in Waters.
It was based on outdoors, and I thought that would help me learn more efficiently.
I'm a person who is a hands-on learner, not exactly the classroom, more person type person. I like to get outdoors and do stuff learn with my hands, but also learn in a classroom too.
When I first heard about Northern Waters, I was just really psyched up for it because there aren't really many environmental schools out there, and this school has an individualized program for math and it lets you go at your own pace rather than the pace it sets you at, so that's always a plus.
Well, I like being outside and I like interacting with awesome people, so I decided to join Northern Waters.
Because I'm just me in general, I'm not very person sit down and just stare at paper for a couple minutes, aka 30 minutes. Basically, I'm not a very big person of school. I'm not a very big school person.
On the pamphlet that I had received, I think it was from the school office, it said learn beyond the four walls or something like that, and I thought that would sound pretty cool, and I thought it would just be nice to go and do something different while everyone else was just going on with the regular class, going with the flow of the middle school and intermediate school.
I like being outdoors and learning about outdoors.
Well, because I've been in a charter school before, and the normal school, I didn't quite like it. It was too bland.
In 5th grade, they had the sign-up sheets, and I didn't really think much of it. And then when I got into 6th grade, I saw you guys having so much fun, and I was like, man, maybe I could be in that, have fun like them. And it seemed pretty fun. It's fun right now.
I decided to come to Northern Waters because I like the community. I enjoy being outside. I don't like learning in the 4 walls, 5 walls, whatever walls of the classroom. I'd much rather be outside learning something or doing a hands-on project.
Well, I came to Northern Waters because I thought it'd be a good experience, and so far it has been.
I decided to come to Northern Waters because I wasn't really looking forward to middle school, sitting at a desk all day, getting a few minutes of break time, and that.
Well, my older brother is in Northern Waters, so he came home with a lot of really interesting and new experiences. And so, yeah, it sounded like a lot of fun, so I decided to join.
I decided to come to Northern Waters Environmental School because I was I went to homeschooling before it, and I had just heard about it, and I really wanted to try it. And I heard that they're not it's an environmental school, so I knew we were going to be doing stuff outside. And once I got here, I learned that we're not doing the same things. Well, we are doing the same things, but we're not sitting in a classroom all day and just sitting in a 4-wall classroom doing paperwork all day and then leaving to go to another class. We were actually learning something and then doing it out in the community.
I did. When I was in 8th grade in Portage, Wisconsin, there was a new environmental school that had just opened up. It was the first year was open to 7th and 8th graders, and so I attended that for my 8th grade year.
Well, I came obviously because I liked the idea of a project-based school, but once I actually really got into it and figured it out and began to get the idea, I loved it. In fact, I loved it, and I thought this is the place for me. So I see.
I stayed because I like the challenge. I like the different type. Even liking school, sitting in a classroom for 8 hours isn't fun. The relationships we get to have with the kids is nice. Not just knowing everyone by name and calling people your friends, but knowing them as people, as your community members is nice.
I liked how we were learning, how we were still learning out of books and doing typical school stuff. We were applying that knowledge to real life experiences.
Because, like I said in the previous question, I like being outside, and there are a lot of awesome people in the class.
For me, it was actually because it was so fun. Like, we're not like, everybody thinks that we're just going outside and playing, but we're not. We're outside having fun. Yeah, that. But we're actually working as we're having fun.
I liked it a lot. It was pretty easy for me to learn. I didn't like math that much, but I learned to like it more.
Same reason I came.
Stay because I thought it would be a better fit for me. Like maybe the transition would be easier in high school, and I have easier time doing math here and reading and social studies and science. I like the schedule that we have. I don't mind being in the classroom with 20 other kids and just, or 19 or whatever kids in that one classroom.
At Northern Waters because I didn't want to have to go to regular school and do paperwork all day.
Stayed is because all of the projects and activities that we did made it so exciting for me that I wanted to do it again this year. There were quite a few events that in my life that pointed me towards teaching. I hadn't really made the final decision to be a teacher until I was a quarter into my college career. My mom was a teacher, and I always really enjoyed going and helping her in her classroom. That environmental school that I went to in 8th grade had a huge impact on my life, and so when I was in high school and I'd have study hall, I would go back and help my environmental school teacher. Just all of those experiences were something that I really wanted to hang on to, so I kept going back to help in that classroom. And I really liked being in that role of teaching and working with the kids, because I think that there's a lot that you have to learn continuing as a teacher. And so when I went to college at Northland College, I knew I wanted to do something environmental. And after my second quarter, I decided that my passion with the environment and my passion with teaching others could be merged in a career such as teaching at an environmental school.
The favorite trip of mine that we did in my whole Northern Waters career would probably be the overnight Talk Ridge, where we stayed in a field, we played capture the flag. Then we went and did a bird show, watched some hawks fly over Lake Superior, watched some birds.
I liked our continuous project of elking. We go out with bugle for the elk. Last year we went and searched for calves with the DNR. That's fun. It's a great time to be outside, being in nature, seeing animals that not everyone gets to see. It's just a really neat experience.
Last year we went paddling down the Namakogon River. We were staying in some cabins in Trigo.
My favorite trip would have to be when we went to Craig's Meadows. It was a really fun trip, and it also helped us understand the prairie we're working on more.
The ILP project, because the product is really fun. The topic I'm doing is kind of cool to learn about.
The elk bugling was pretty fun. It was fun to be able to camp out, but also to also go elk bugling in the morning and see if we could see anything. So
Elk bugling, just because it was fun, I guess. We got to hear elk.
It was the elk bugling. I really liked it. It was fun.
Definitely have to say the camping sleepover when we went to that one prairie, and we stayed in those cabins.
Crooks Meadows?
Yeah, that place. It was nice.
Yeah, Hawk Ridge last year.
Airport in Duluth, because I'm a big fan of airplanes.
Night trip for me would have to be when we went to Leopold Shack and we stayed at the McKenzie Center. And I actually have a story of it. In the girls' cabin, we had this glow-in-the-dark nail polish that Della brought. And apparently we were all using it, and then Miss Roberts came in and knocked it off the top bunk, and it broke. And there was this huge spot that later in the night, after we cleaned it, it was still glowing. It was hilarious.
Yeah, the youth summit, that thing. That was pretty fun last year.
Went to Crux Meadows.
I think bow picking.
The youth summit, because the youth summit was interesting, and I especially like staying at the rooms there. If you're looking for something educational, it would probably have to be when we were probably giving my speech, because it was kind of like rough, but it turned out really well.
I'd have to say when we went, my favorite trip was when we went elk bugling in Clam Lake, because it was fun searching for elk even though we didn't find any. It was cool seeing how to do it.
I would have to say going to Crux Meadows. That was pretty enjoyable.
When we went elk bugling, that was fun.
My favorite overnight trip would have to be from last year when we went to the Aldo Leopold Shack, and we got to stay at the McKenzie Center, and we played a couple games, night games, and we made some s'mores. And then the next day there was a zoo up the road, so we walked to the zoo and we did a scavenger hunt, and that was pretty exciting.
The question about how long it took to develop Northern Waters is kind of an interesting question, and it's a work in progress. We're always working to improve student projects, improve the way that we're structured, and so I can't really say that Northern Waters is done. You know, to build this school, we're always adding new elements, and so it began about 2.5 years ago. In the planning phase, when we got a planning grant from the Department of Public Instruction, setting up the governance structure, applying to be a nonprofit organization with our governance board, going to visit other schools to check out different models. Last year was our first year with students. This is our second year with students, but we're always evolving and changing.
I'm really looking forward to our formal dinner, but also the second project showcase night, where I will have a hopefully awesome product.
A lot of things. There's, our annual formal dinner where we get to sit down, feel like we're kings and queens, and eat like kings and queens in a manner that kings and queens would eat. Just to kind of bring that into our lives, so that later on in the workplace, if we ever have to do something like this, we already have an idea of what it's going to be. Our overnight trips are always fun, whatever they are. There's the youth summit, showing off our big community projects. There's a lot that we get to do that's a lot of fun.
I'm looking forward to our end of the year picnic and whenever our next overnight is.
We're fundraising for a trip to the Science Museum in Minnesota, and that's what I'm looking forward to.
Some of the overnight trips and other field days, because never really get to do those too often.
Getting outside a lot more and not being cooped up in my house every day, and actually seeing a lot more people than just my sister at home. So
Going ice fishing.
Looking forward to another day, another work from home day.
This year, I'm definitely looking forward to the annual formal winter luncheon. They do it every year, and we get food and we eat it, and we're polite about it.
I'm looking forward to this project showcase night for my ILP.
Something that I'm looking forward to is, it's kind of hard, but I like probably the overnight trips that we're gonna do.
Probably that with the last day of school.
Doing my second ILP and finishing my first one.
Overnight trips. What's your formal dinner?
I say I'm looking forward to the project showcase night in ILP and the rest of the field days.
I'm looking forward to going to the Science Museum of Minnesota.
I am sort of looking forward to my next ILP.
Project showcase night or end of the year picnic? It's really hard for me to choose just one experience at Northern Waters that is my favorite. There are a lot of different moments that stand out to me. Last year it was going elk bugling with the students and having that elk come up over the ridge at the students, and the students got to see really close up with an elk. My favorite moments at Northern Waters are the moments when kids get really excited about learning and they're excited to be at school. Every day that I'm at school, I'm really happy to be working with students and getting them excited about learning.
For my ILP, I'm doing a project on sustainable living and permaculture, which is a sustainable lifestyle. And so right now I'm doing it as a year-long project, so it'll be 2 semesters divided into what is permaculture and then permaculture applied, and then I'll have that product that I'm really excited for.
My ILP project is on engines. I recently extended it to be studying the whole car, so that's going to be a big project for me.
My project is on fashion and fashion design.
My ILP is on the John Bear Grease sled dog race.
Greek mythology, and I got inspired by like the Percy Jackson books, if you've ever heard of them. And so I thought that'd be cool to study, and so far it is.
I'm doing it on green architecture.
Trapping. How did trapping change throughout the years, and how many people do trap still?
I'm doing a project on snakes and how they affect the northern Wisconsin ecosystem.
My project is about drone warfare, how they're designed, and how they've changed the world.
My ILP is on Ghost Lore, and my essential question is how have people, religion, and region affect Ghost Lore? It's a kind of fun topic.
It's I'm doing my ILP on dwarf hamsters. Like what's different between a normal hamster and a dwarf hamster, like physically and mentally.
I'm doing my ILP project on genetics and how it works with the human body.
Small engines.
I'm doing my ILP project on, my essential question is, how long until we are able to colonize or explore space?
My essential question is on honeybees and how they function and how they are, let's say, useful to our environment or our community.
Weightlifting and the history, the muscles that are affected. Yeah.
I am doing my ILP on Jerry Rice.
ILP is on Lego robotics. Robotics, but I could say maybe a little more simplified and easier to handle than sitting at a computer almost all day.
Doing it on Jerry Rice and what impact he had on the NFL during his lifetime.
My IOP is on documentaries or filmography/videography, and my essential question is, how have documentaries/films changed over time, and how can I use them to improve my NWES community?
At Northern Waters, we do talk a lot about being like a family. We're always, willing to step up and help each other. We work together. There are struggles that we encounter together and work through. When somebody's having a bad day, we want to work to make them to have a better day. And so it's this support system that we're building at Northern Waters, where I want my students to feel comfortable and look forward to coming to school each day.